Hello guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are. Hopefully you guys out there are doing great, earning a lot of money from the market, and of course, taking great care of your health. Wow, it has been a turbulence for me, up and down the roller coaster. So actually, in fact, today I'm not really feeling very well, but I still want to make this video for you because it includes a lot of factors or a lot of lessons that I've been sharing so far. Right, so first of all, let's look at this AUD USD. All right, so if you look at this price action, all right, we look at the market structure. The price has been going downwards, all right, it has been going downwards. And the only sign that the price is moving upwards is when the price reach this QML at the daily time frame, right? At the daily time frame. So for those who don't understand, you may need to watch back some of my videos explaining the QML. So this is a we call it quite perfect QML. Okay, because what happens is that we have a decision point, and of course the MPL right there. This whole thing right here is the good decision point. And matter of fact, if you look at it, how the price came back, it came back with a compression kind of structure or movement. And of course, we have some layers of fakeouts right here, right, before the price decided to went down. So you can see very well the price goes in quite deep into this zone before it start to propel upwards. And what happens is that once it started to propel upwards, we have another setup right here. All right, we have another setup right here. Right, overall, when the price reached this area, it's also created another QML. Right, let me help you guys out a little bit. All right, you can see very well that the price, I don't want to skip this part, makes this QML and then went up. So matter of fact, sorry, the price should be doing this way. Went up, came back down, went up, came back down, went up, came back down, went up, and then only start to drop, went back up. So we have a break of structure right here, a very, very obvious break of structure. And the entry point is on point. All right, if you look at it, the entry point is just another zone. All right, just another zone. We don't have any extra zone, just another zone. The price came back into this zone, tap onto it, and then move forward. So overall, we already have a reversal, and the range of our trading is between this zone and this is the demand zone, and this supply zone above here. And what happens is that if you look at it, let's make a calculation, you have around 275 pips for you to trade between the lower parts and the higher parts. Now a lot of problem happens is that a lot of people, they do not know how to trade this kind of movement. First of all right, this is a daily time frame, so means that the stop loss is extremely huge. Okay, so what you can actually do is that you can actually, matter of fact, you can go into lower time frame. Example, I'm going into a H1, or a better still, this one called a H4. All right, so when you go to H4, what happens is that you can notice that the price makes another MPL and a decision point. All right, so let me point out for you, this is the MPL we're talking about. This is the MPL, and this is the decision point. And you can actually go down. Previously our stop loss was around almost 60 over pips, and now you can actually, matter of fact, you can reduce it into around, I believe it's less than 30 pips, right? Or 30 pips, around 30 pips, right? You can see very well that the price came into this area and then propel away. So sometimes you need to investigate further. Now the second thing is that we already know, of course, you know the structure, everything, you know the entry, you know the setups. What happens is that the price continue moving upwards, and you can actually, matter of fact, you can we call it re-entry, all right, based on the movement. Now the movement has turned from downtrend to an uptrend. So based on the movement, what in your mind you should be doing is buy and only buy. So look for buy setups. And when the price, especially, you need to be a little bit sensitive, especially when the price makes such things like here. All right, we have a resistance, and then it make another resistance. You can see very well the price did not break this resistance. Okay, the price only start to break when this movement happens. And right over here, what we have is a double Maruking. All right, double Maruking is, to me, is not really that reliable. I need to make sure that everything goes well. So what happens is that, by the way, if you look to the left, you can further to the left. Let me draw the line for you guys. further to the left, you can see some more resistance along the way. All right, so what happens is that usually for H4, I will drop down straight away to M30 to look for my entry zone. And here, right here, what I can get actually is not this one called the RBS resistance become support. It has become a QMTR, right? Another setups that I share during my mentorship, right? So price went down, goes back up, and then drop. This is a QML for a sell, right? But the problem is that the price make a failure movement, means that the price eventually break towards the higher side, ignoring this QML, right? It makes sense. Why? Is because we have an uptrend. So it break and go above, it is according to the plan as well. Okay, so once the price has break through it, we have an entry right here. This is a rally based rally, a very obvious rally based rally, and the price came back into this area, tap onto it, and then continue moving. So you can get not only one setups but two setups right here. And if you look further into this area, eventually you can actually get possible this tap onto the zone lower part right here, okay, at the M30, right, to get the third setup. Or should I say this is the first setup, this is the second setups, and this will be the third setup. And within one movement, within this 200 plus pips of movement, you can, in fact, you can get a lot of pips, all right? So you need to understand the overall structure, need to understand over. Now, the next thing in your mind, okay, once you have already got all these things done for you, don't even think about the price moving beyond this zone. All right, don't dream about that. Yes, you can go a little bit greedy, but makes sense. I mean, logical sense. The price will reach a certain zone, all right, opposite directions zone, demand to supply. And what happens is that this supply zone, there might give you, it might give you what? It might give you some reaction, or it might give you some pullbacks. What happens if that the price actually goes into this area, pullbacks all the way downwards, then only start to move up, right? If this thing happens, what you're gonna feel is that you are actually in a lot of stop loss along the way. For me, when I trade, and of course when I teach people how to trade, no, you need to be realistic a little bit, and of course don't go greedy. Okay, so you already know that there is what we call a roadblocks. This is not normal roadblocks, by the way. This is huge. This is daily time frame roadblocks, and meanings that it will definitely give you something right there when the price reach it. Alright, so why not just take all these trades and then set your take profit a little bit lower before the zone, right? Get everything out, and if the price went through it just like a straight line, go ahead, no problem. We look forward for any possible buy setups again, such like this, right? Such like this thing right here. Okay, so don't be nervous. You need to be a little bit patient. Okay, wait for your setups and make sure that you know what you are doing. Overall, reading the structure is extremely important. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching the videos. If you like the videos, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And for those who are interested in the mentorship, the closing for the restoration is due soon. All right, you may contact my assistant Hans for further information. All right, so that's all for today. Gonna see you guys in futures video. All right, bye.